Well, sure, because we're putting up with it, and we're just being their guinea pigs for their experiments.
Well, you know, cancer and Alzheimer's and all the other diseases are off the charts. I mean, we ought to, like Obama said, everything good comes from government. And I think, Rosalind Peterson, that you should get down on your knees and thank them for chemtrailing you right now.
Why is that?
Well, you're not an extremist, are you?
No, but I object to being poisoned without having a say in what they're doing. I object to being subjected to some company having me have genetically modified mosquitoes and that are going to infect us and kill the population.
Now. It's not that bad.
It isn't?
No, I mean, so what if pediatric cancer is up over 10,000% and breast cancer up over 2,000%? I mean, so what if people are dying left and right? I mean, so they did secret testing on troops thousands of times, killing them with nerve gas. Rosalind, I mean, these are good people running things. You didn't hear Obama's speech where he said everything good comes from the government?
Well, not that particular one, no.
All right, listen, let's get into sonar. You've been looking heavily into that. They're not only helping us, they're helping the marine mammals and releasing GMO salmon that will extinct the other ones, they admit. So there's more good news straight ahead. Thank you, Obama. Thank you, New World Order.
We're on the...
That's right, Shooter Jennings. Now your daddy's proud of you looking down from Valhalla. By the way, I want to get Shooter Jennings back on the show. We're very close to getting a super iconic country legend on the show who is a listener. So look for that very, very soon. And Dave Mustaine's coming to visit me this weekend here in Austin. We're good friends. He comes and visits every few months. Might get a special interview with him on a bunch of subjects. Who knows? Not name dropping, but it is important to name drop a bit because it shows so many famous and popular people are tuned in or are tuning into reality. The awakening's happening, and those are bellwethers. We're going to go back to our guest here in just a moment. We're going to have the head of the American Small Business Bureau. Will you guys give me his bio, please? Thank you. Coming on the show briefly at the end to give us his take on Obama's statements about entrepreneurs are the problem, not the solution. Government lays the golden eggs. Even the Easter Bunny is sent out by the government. Everything, Santa Claus as well. But, you know, notice that George Soros funded Think Progress and Media Matters are all freaking out that Drudge links to Infowars.com and tells the media to take him to task as if that will punish Drudge. You can't take him to task. All Drudge does is link to a wide spectrum of news, government documents, whatever it is. I mean, it's an aggregating site. There's nothing you can take away from him. I mean, all you do with demonizing him is make him cooler because you guys are so uncool, so untrusted, so disliked that when you attack somebody, that's the seal of approval. And you figure that out. That's why you've got internet kill switches and re-education centers set up. And you're very upset. It scares you that any day we can put an article out at Infowars.com and you can't gatekeep it. Even if Drudge wasn't there, our listeners are able to punch stuff out and get it out there. Drudge supercharges that. And they talk about how horrible it is that this is funding Infowars. Really, it's a small part of it, but you can believe it's a big part of it if you want. What's funding it is subscriptions to Prisonplanet.tv. Let me just give you a little news flash. Sponsors on radio. You know, we're on hundreds of radio stations and sponsors on internet and books and videos and things we sell. And then anytime I need to, I don't like to, government loves to come give you a new tax and force you at gunpoint to do something. We can go to our listeners and get money, which, you know, we're going to do a money bomb this year because, you know, we need to hire more people, get stuff running better. So don't worry. For all our detractors, we'll do a big 48-hour marathon. Well, who wants to go 24 hours straight? We'll go 48 hours, live broadcast. And I'm gonna use this for fundraising here, the fact that you want to shut our funding off. And I predict this year, even though we're in an engineered depression, will be one of the big, I bet we're going to get double any previous money bomb. Because I'm just going to point out you don't want us around. How do you like that? See, George Soros gets banker bailout money and government contract money. I've analyzed it, and then goes and funds anti-American globalist takeovers. We just sit here to the American people and say, if you support us, buy our books and videos at InfoWarsShop.com. Now, I'm pretty wound up today, Rosalind Peterson. I know you come on the nightly news quite a bit and just do invaluable work. In 3 or 4 minutes finishing up here, and we look forward to getting you back on the news commercial-free soon. Tell us about the websites, the sonar issues, what else you're looking at, because I don't know anybody out there more on, the skywatch of what's happening and what you're dealing with.
Well, anyone can go to agriculturedefensecoalition.org or CaliforniaSkywatch.com. There's a category section that interlinks them, and you can look up any of the sections and any of the issues that we've talked about here today and find the government documents, the studies, the research. 10 years of it is on the 2 websites, and you can find all of the government documents and the information about what we were talking about here today. I want to encourage everyone to go to the U.S. Navy section, because the U.S. Navy has decided that they're going to increase the number of their exercises or expand the areas in which they may occur in the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Gulf of Mexico, and that virtually every coastal state will be affected by their 5-year warfare testing exercises, new weapons testing experiments, etc. And this is over land areas as well as in all of our ocean areas surrounding the United States and in the island areas like the Marianas near Guam and in the Hawaiian Islands. And they're going to make the ranges so big. You can go to my website at the U.S. Navy and look at the U.S. Navy map, and you'll see their map, and the range of extension on the Atlantic side of the ocean goes from the state of Maine and up where the Canadian border is all the way down to Florida, and then it extends into the Gulf of Mexico. This is for weapons training, bomb blasts, 5,000-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, 500-pound bombs, sonar testing, chemical testing, laser testing, magnetic type of testing, radars, sonars, lasers, you name it, they're going to be testing it. And they're going to be testing it on our marine mammals. 11.7 million are going to be disrupted, and the Navy wants to practice in every national marine sanctuary, marine reserve, biologically sensitive area, and to use sonar while the whales are migrating. It's going to be a holocaust in our oceans with shock and awe as the end result. And this is war testing. This is war practice and war testing. The United States Navy has decided to go to war on the oceans of the world all around us and to conduct a massacre in the name of war practice. Now, they're going to be going all the way from the Gulf of Alaska down to Southern California, all the way across to the Hawaiian Islands and to the Marianas Islands, testing inside or outside the various ranges. And I'm going to tell you the holocaust that is going to be committed on the marine mammals, the fish, the coral reefs from the bomb blasts, the missiles. And I'm going to tell you, this is all live fire. This is no duds. This is no just ordinary practice.
Well, you've got to spray bug poison on all the major cities as corporate welfare, and you've got to buy more bombs so you can expend them, and you got to bankrupt the taxpayer somehow.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
and they're well on their way, and I'm going to tell you that the poisons that they're going to put in the atmosphere with the aluminum oxide testing and the trimethyl aluminum testing and atmospheric testing and all these other things they're doing, and you can read online. Go to the U.S. Navy websites. I put them online. You can read the environmental impact statement. You can read exactly what they intend to do and when they're going to do it and how many ranges are now in operation, and the nuclear-powered drones they're talking about.
Oh, wonderful. I love nuclear-powered things falling out of the sky. Well, you've been seeing all these articles. The London Guardian, there was a new one this week. Another environmentalist said radiation's good because it gets rid of humans. There was actually big articles out praising radiation in Chernobyl because it ran the humans out. I mean, Come on, don't be an extremist. Radiation is loving. Well, listen, I really appreciate you joining us, Rosalind Peterson, and we'll talk to you very soon from Skywatch, California. God bless you.
Okay, and thank you.
Thank you. There she goes. All right, I want to continue here in a minute with Obama again, in case you missed it, saying that small business owners are nobodies. I mean, you're actually the slugs. You're the people holding things back. You're the problem. You didn't do anything. Okay? And, just like government created heaven in North Korea, it's going to create it here. And you better learn that. Here's some of the other news that we have some good news. Texas Republican Party calls for mandatory GMO labeling, legalized raw milk, complete elimination of TSA. That is now in the official, voted on planks of the Republican Party that the Patriots have taken over here in Texas. So there you go. At least the Republican Party on the surface can be co-opted if we take it over. Democratic Party is dedicated. It's got a lot of well-meaning idiots in it, but dedicated to collectivism, which only creates nightmare scenarios. Continuing, North Korea's new hereditary dictator cements control over the army, and I guess that's all that matters. They don't have many vehicles that actually run, but they do have fancy uniforms. Kim Jong-un. I'm going to do something very special now on the nightly news. I endorsed Obama. The video's at Infowars.com. It is satire, folks. Well, tonight I'm going to, if I'm going to endorse Obama, why not really endorse total government? I am going to kneel to Kim Jong-un tonight, and this is going to be some very special time we're going to spend worshiping tonight on the nightly news. You don't want to miss that. Chavez accused of eroding rights. Financial Times. Oh, really? Just taking everybody's businesses and putting all those little parasites over them? It's not enough to just pay all the welfare out to the corporations and other people. They have to have your business taken over and you're thrown out. Olympic opening ceremony slashed by half an hour over fears of G4S security shambles could cause chaos and for spectators. Oh, 4 weeks ago, we, the conspiracy theorists, broke all this with a well-known filmmaker who infiltrated, but we're just the conspiracy theorists. See, we don't get Pulitzer Prizes. We're just called conspiracy theorists. So, Daily Mail now reporting on that, and show is the London Guardian. Olympic security, MOD prepares to call up 2,000 more troops for G4S shortfall. So there you go. The military, as we also told you, taking over that entire operation. But again, we're just right about it again. We don't get a pat on the back or anything for that. We get in trouble. Hey, I saw this. We're going to post this up at Infowars.com. Down on South Congress, at the Ben White Florist, they posted South Congress hookers welcome Secret Service. And we had our reporters down there yesterday. This is a real photo. We're going to have video tonight. Ben White Florist, SoCo hookers welcome Secret Service. I like that. You know, the Secret Service a lot of times comes in, we've confirmed, and goes into areas and says, take down your political sign for the rival. They did that for Bush, and now they're going to do it for Obama, I guess. But how about SoCo hookers welcome Secret Service? I like that. Okay, continuing here with the news. I noticed some comments on InfoWars and Prisonplanet saying, hey, cover the Sheriff Joe Arpaio thing more. Well, I mean, we did. Red link to Infowars.com, national security threat, Obama birth certificate, proven fraudulent. And look, I don't have a dog in this fight. I didn't get into the birther stuff 4 years ago. I went and looked at the document. It's fake. It's a fake computer font that's supposed to look like typewriter font. How do I know that? Every typewriter strike is different, like a snowflake, okay? Or like a fingerprint, because they splat down differently how hard you push, okay? That's what's going on. That's what's happening. So that's the reality. And it's fake. It's fake. It's totally fake. And they've basically found the same things. And folks, no one was called African or African-American in 1961. That didn't start till